That's the thing about life. It can be unpredictable, but your dreams need not be. How far would you go to make your dreams come true? How close are you to reaching those goals set by you? While others focus on a new normal, you focus on a new beginning. Look around for what inspires you. Build your narrative. After all, it's your story to tell. Take a chance. Take a leap. Begin your study abroad journey with us.
Looking for the right course for you? Welcome to AECC Global's Course Search, your one-stop platform for all your international education needs. Browse through millions of free, valuable study abroad resources to pursue your international study dream. To begin your search, type in your preferred course in the search bar. Filter by sub-course category, level of study, destination preference, tuition fees, duration, and post-study work visa. With a destination drop-down, you can search for the preferred destinations of your choice. You can also filter down courses by top-ranked universities in your preferred destination and their rankings. Browse through various career choices, and you can also browse through free student resources like articles on tips to study abroad, the latest news, etc. We are here to support you with every step of your study abroad journey. To explore your course options, visit search.aeccglobal.com.
Selamat siang teman-teman AECC Global, apa kabarnya? Welcome to AECC Global Indonesia webinar session today. Jumpa lagi dengan saya, Lani Sunarso dari AECC Global Indonesia, your host for this afternoon session. Dan salam kenal bagi mereka yang baru pertama kali ikut acara ini. Hari ini kita punya tamu-tamu kita dari University of Canberra tentunya, di mana University of Canberra ini juga merupakan alma mater saya loh, beberapa tahun yang lalu, udah lama banget sih. Oke, bersama kita hadir Emily dari University of Canberra yang akan nanti menerangkan sedikit mengenai University of Canberra itu sendiri. Namun kita juga punya guest of honors kita, Dr. Eleni Petraki, the Associate Professor TESOL and Applied Linguistics from University of Canberra. Thanks for being with us this afternoon, and please say hello to our audience.
Hello, everyone.
Right.
We have Eleni.
Yeah. Welcome, everyone. This is Eleni. Nice to meet you all.
Right. Thank you, Amy and Dr. Eleni. Today we are featuring Study TESOL or TEFL and Foreign Language Teaching in Canberra. Kemudian kita juga punya few students, right, Amy? We do have Bonik Amalo, who is happy to share her past experience while doing her Master of TESOL.
Yes, and we have two students here today with
And we
us,
have-
Chinru and Bonik.
Right. Okay, great. Bonik and Chingru, please say hello to our audience as well.
Hi everyone, I'm Chinru.
Great. Thank you for being with us today. So without further ado, let me pass on the screen to Amy to kickstart this session. And let me also remind you, audience, that should you have any questions during the session, please do type it in the Q&A box and we will get to it later on. Jadi teman-teman, kalau misalnya memang ada pertanyaan, silahkan diketik di Q&A box. Jangan di chat box ya, supaya jangan ada pertanyaan yang tertinggal nantinya. Alright, thanks. Over to you, Amy.
Thank you, Lani. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining today's webinar on a Saturday afternoon like this. I will just start first by sharing my screen, making sure you guys can see it. Is it working, everyone? Okay, perfect. So my name is Amy. So I'm one of UC's International Student Recruitment Coordinator, and I work mainly with Southeast Asian students. So that's definitely include Indonesian students. So when you apply to UC, you are very welcome to contact me if you have any question about your application, about UC, about life in Canberra, anything. If you need help, I can be your first point of contact at UC. So I've put my email address and also my WhatsApp number here. So make sure just contact me by either email or just give me a message if you need me. Before we commence today's webinar, we would like to acknowledge the Ngunnawal people, traditional custodians of the lands where the University of Canberra's Bruce campus is situated. We wish to acknowledge and respect their continuing culture and the contribution they make to the life of Canberra and the region. We also acknowledge all other First Nations peoples on whose lands we are gathering today. All right, so without further ado, let's start with some brief overview about the University of Canberra. So for your information, UC is a pretty young university compared to other universities in Australia. We are only 31 years old this year, but we have achieved some really impressive rankings. UC is currently in the top 1% university in the world. We are the top 10 best universities in Australia. We are also in the world's top 20 best young universities. And we are considered one of the fastest rising university in Australia and also in the world. Around 87% of our students found employment after they graduate. And we have always been rated 5-star for our staff qualifications and our teaching quality. Very recently in 2021 and also in 2022, UC has been ranked #1 in the world for reducing inequalities. And we are really proud of this because it means that for international students who come to study at UC, you will feel very welcomed and very supported here. We try to create a really inclusive community here at UC, and we try to give the opportunities to everyone so they can develop in Canberra and at UC. We are also being ranked #5 for quality education, and also we are in the top 20 universities for gender equality. Now, this is something we are also really proud of. It is our practical degrees. We work with more than 900 different partners every year, and we create one of the largest work integrated learning project in the history of Australia's education. So this means in almost every degrees at UC, you'll find some sort of work integrated learning components. And work integrated learning components, it could mean internships, it could mean clinical placement, industry projects, professional networking session, simulated work environments, and a lot of other practical activities. And that is why we have always been #1 in the AECC for full-time employment and starting salaries. And our students enjoy really good full-time salary and the employment rates after they graduate. All right, now let's move to Canberra. I just love to talk about Canberra to prospective students, just because I know that most of you have heard about Sydney and Melbourne, those bigger cities in Australia, but maybe you haven't heard much about Canberra. Canberra is a beautiful city, and it is also a great destination for international students, and there are a few reasons for that. I will start with some reasons relating to employment opportunities in Canberra. So for your information, Canberra actually have the highest average income in the whole country. So it means if you come here to study, you have a part-time job or maybe a full-time job after you graduate, it means that you are enjoying one of the highest average income in Australia. We also have consistently low unemployment rate, so we have a lot of job opportunities here. And above all, Canberra, even though it is the capital city, it is also considered a regional area. So regional area means after you finish your study, you can gain up to 3 years for bachelor degree or up to 4 years for master degree of the post-study work visa that allows you to stay back in Australia and work full-time after you graduate. Now, if you study in Melbourne or Sydney, you can only get up to 3 years at most. But if you choose to study in Canberra, it means you get 1 extra additional year, so making it a total of 4 years of the post-study work visa. Besides those employment opportunities, Canberra is also a great place to live. So we have a really relaxed lifestyle here. We are quite affordable also compared to other big cities like Melbourne and Sydney. And we also have all year round events and festivals for you to enjoy. And Canberra is also a very diverse and multicultural city. So you will meet people from everywhere in the world. You will be enjoying a great community, very inclusive community here in Canberra. And the city is also one of the safest major cities in Australia with the lowest crime rate. So it means you feel really safe studying in Canberra. All right, I hope I gave you a really good picture about UC and about Canberra already. Now let's move to the entry requirements. So how you can get into a degree at UC. So for any of you who might be interested in like a bachelor degree, I know you guys are here for a master program, but just in case, for a bachelor degree at UC, we do accept students from Indonesia who have completed an SMA 3 program. As long as you can get a minimum of 75% GPA, you can gain direct entry into our bachelor degree. And the standard IELTS requirement for our bachelor degree would be IELTS equivalent to 6.0 all banks. And if you are interested in master program, obviously, then we require a bachelor degree that is equivalent to an Australian bachelor degree. And the minimum IELTS requirement would be 6.5 with no band score less than 6.0. And we have 2 different intakes per year, February and August. So the August intake is approaching fast, but we are still taking applications. So make sure you put in an application after this webinar. Okay, the exciting part, this is our scholarship. So just in case, if you need to go through like a pathway program, our UC College have quite a few different scholarship and also like discount for your UC College programs. But I know that most of you will be coming directly into UC. So these are the 3 main scholarships that we are offering to international students. So we have the 10%, 20%, and 25% scholarship. These scholarships apply to the whole duration of your studies. And we assess your eligibility based on your GPA. So it's purely based on the GPA of the previous study. And this is also an exciting thing. This is a brand new scholarship that is for semester 1, 2023. This is a full scholarship. It covers your whole tuition fee. It covers your accommodation. It also gives you a yearly allowance to spend. This application is now open and you can apply if you have a conditional offer or a full offer letter from the University of Canberra. So this is a big thing. You guys can find more information of this on our scholarship website. Okay, and this is my last slide. So after this webinar on the 18th of June, I will be hosting individual sessions for you guys. So if any of you want to have a chat with me more about the application process or about anything related to UC or Canberra, you guys are very welcome to book this one-on-one consultation. We also have our University of Canberra International Facebook page. We have a lot of updates that we will post here. We really do a lot of updates here. So make sure you follow this Facebook page to receive the latest updates about events and about students at UC. And just never hesitate to contact me via my email or my WhatsApp number. I will be very happy if I hear from you guys. So don't hesitate. All right, so that's the end of my presentation. Now, next to you, Eleni. Are you ready?
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can.
Excellent. And I've just shared my screen. Is it working all right?
Yes.
Excellent, thank you. Hello everyone, selamat datang. I hope you're well and thank you for coming today. I hope that the presentation will be useful for you, and as everyone else has pointed out, please feel free to jot down any questions. I am the Program Director of TESOL and Foreign Language Teaching at the University of Canberra and the Faculty of Education. This is a long-standing program that includes the Grad Cert, Grad Dip, and the Master of TESOL and Foreign Language Teaching. I will be mainly talking about the Master of TESOL and Foreign Language Teaching because I know that most of the Asian students are interested in the Masters, whereas our domestic students normally go for the Grad Cert and Grad Dip and then upgrade to the Masters. I also would like to acknowledge the Ngunnawal people, the traditional custodians of the land that we live and where our Bruce campus is situated. And would like to extend our respects and acknowledge all other First Nations people on whose lands we gather and on where we currently live. Canberra is a fabulous place, as Amy has pointed out, and really sunny. I know some of you have asked some questions. However, I'd like to talk to you about the TESOL program at the University of Canberra. What is distinctive? What are some of the characteristics of the TESOL program? We are really well-experienced educators that have been working in the TESOL field for a long time. Our TESOL program dates back to 20 and 30 years, and it has gone a variety of curriculum and syllabus revisions, especially in the current climate, in the current environment where instructional design and technological advancements have dominated the world. Our recent revision to the curriculum was done in 2020, and we keep upgrading the syllabus, and the university has quality assurance processes for that reason. We are a small group of friendly and engaging staff who are devoted to students and really committed to bringing you the most exciting content and interactive content, and are committed to learner-centered approaches to teaching. Our TESOL Masters and all our TESOL courses have a good balance of practice and theory, and this is in response to student feedback that has really demanded that we do have a practical component and theoretical component for those that might want to pursue future studies. A lot of us are active researchers, and we publish in areas such as curriculum design, applied linguistics, discourse analysis, and language teaching. We have a number of partnerships with current institutions and local institutions where you get placed to do your professional teaching experience. We also have our Masters is also being offered in Vietnam, and we have had a couple of TESOL masters being offered in China and Vietnam. So we have good connections in Southeast Asia. One of the distinctive aspects of our course is that it consists of a really nice and diverse group of students. Pre-COVID, we had students coming from 23 different countries around the world. So it is an exciting place where you really meet and network with students from all over the world, and you meet friends for life. At the same time, students have different backgrounds, different teaching experience, and as such, you get to benefit by extending your networks around the world. Our graduates are highly employable both in the ACT and overseas. I'll talk a little bit about where some of our graduates have obtained positions, a lot of distinctive and high rank positions in Vietnam and Indonesia. Let's switch on to what's special about us, who we are. I know that for those of you that are interested, I would encourage you to go to our website to find out how we look like, who we are, and what we research. The website is quite informative. It gives you a detailed picture and overview of all the courses, who we are, and what we teach. Each of us has been teaching and researching in the field of teaching English as a foreign language or second language for over 30 years. We all are culturally and linguistically diverse. We speak not only English, but other languages, and also teach about the structure of different languages. We're well connected to TESOL and have networks overseas. Another important part of our expertise is that we're all research active and conduct research. So if you come to the University of Canberra, you know that you will develop your research skills and also benefit from a strong research planning and preparation that you are going to be given during the master's course. The master's course is 2 years, but they are a suite of nested courses. So as such, you get to meet students from the grad cert and the grad dip and the masters. What this means is that each of these courses are subsumable. So we've got the grad cert, the grad dip, and the masters. The master's course is of 2 years duration, or 4 semesters, that is full-time. Of course, there are part-time equivalents as well. The grad cert and the grad dip are offered on a full-time and part-time basis, and obviously they are of shorter duration. Our master's is one of the best in Australia and nationally for a number of reasons. Most importantly, because it has been updated and revised recently due to the feedback we received from students. What is one of the biggest features that characterizes and sets this course apart from other courses in Australia? We're proud to be offering professional learning placement for all of our students. Now, this is something that is quite distinctive, that is not offered in many institutions in Australia. There are 1 or 2 around Australia that offer work integrated learning, and that is part of the University of Canberra's agendas and initiative to prepare students to be work ready. The Master of TESOL includes 2 units that include placement in 2 different institutions. One is language teaching experience. That is the first unit that allows you to do observations and one-to-one tutoring in language institutions in the ACT. The second unit, after you have had the opportunity to see, explore, and get a bit of understanding of the learning context, you have an opportunity to be placed in a different institution in Canberra, and you can see how you benefit from different mentor teachers and develop your language teaching skills and professional development. The language teaching practice includes 10 to 15 hours of supervised teaching practice, where you get to meet with the mentor, you get to learn and work alongside a mentor teacher, and who offers continuous feedback on your placement, and with the aim of improving your teaching skills. Another distinctive aspect of our TESOL program is the strong research skills that you get to develop. We offer 2 units as part of the Master of TESOL. One is a preparation for a research methods unit, where you learn about the different methods for conducting research. You also learn skills in applying these research skills in developing a research proposal. You also get up-to-date information as to fields and research gaps that might interest you and that might prompt you to do your PhD. The other unit is an action research unit that we call professional projects in language teaching and learning. Depending on your interests, you can do a 3 or a 6 credit point unit. And within this unit, you are meant to conduct a research project with primary data. So you can see that this mini research project prepares you adequately and gives you a really in-depth and insider's understanding of what primary research is like. You get to interview or develop questionnaires and also write results. As you see, our course is quite comprehensive and has developed over time and is appropriate for students that really want to get to hit the ground running. Now, this provides an overview of the different units that are part of the Master of TESOL and Foreign Language Teaching. I should point out that the name of the degree, and this is another aspect that is distinctive from other units, from other courses, nationally and internationally, is during our program, you can either study TESOL, that is teaching English as a foreign language, or teaching a foreign language. And you get to specialize and get a degree that is named Master of TESOL and Foreign Language Teaching. So you get 2 degrees in one. And this is a big appeal to a number of our students. The slide pretty much provides an overview of the different units that we offer. And you see units in language teaching methodology, practical experience that I've just talked about, curriculum design skills, teaching grammar using different methods and theories, language acquisition, language testing and assessment, and research methods. After the popular demand of an interest from students developing leadership skills, we have integrated 9 credit points, that is 3 units. In our university, 1 unit is equivalent to 3 credit points. And we allow students to get 3 units from either leadership education, well-being stream, or global education stream, dependent on their interests and dependent on their professional aspirations. A lot of you might be interested in being part of language consultancies or being part of ministries of education or open schools, or being part of universities. And so the addition of the three different units provides that preparation to go to the next level, and preparation that allows you to get leadership positions in the field of foreign language teaching. Feel free to go to our website and see all the units that are available. What are some of the career prospects that you can think about? And of course, these are only a few. There are many more career opportunities that are open to you at the completion of the Masters of TESOL in Foreign Language Teaching. For those of you that, or for the domestic students that are interested in working with migrants and refugees, normally, as I mentioned, they do Grad Cert and Grad Dip to help with their skills in teaching migrants and refugees. However, for those that do the Masters of TESOL, it is a program that is provides you and prepares you for not only teaching and being a teacher in English as a foreign language, but obviously being a leader in foreign language education. We have had many students who obtained positions in the ministry, and that has happened in Vietnam. Policy makers, so a lot of our students have also been part of design of textbooks, and that has happened also in Vietnam. Director of studies, school principals, consultants in the Ministry of Education. I'm sure that you know what positions are available in your context, and you know where the Master of TESOL can take you. But it is an accredited worldwide acknowledged degree that is quite competitive in the field. I'd like to talk a little bit about the support that you get during the course. I'm also trying to see what the time is. Sorry. Okay, good. I apologize. I don't want to go over time because I think it's important to hear the views from the students who have studied or are actually part of the Master of TESOL. I only have a couple of slides left. The university has dedicated services for students. There are many opportunities to get support, advice on different parts of your UC experience. There are dedicated staff and a student center where you get information for all administrative needs, such as enrollments, unit enrollments, technical issues with websites, student cards. Once you get the offer and you come to uni, the student center consists of staff that have an on-campus location, but you can also contact them online. If you have questions about the program, about the units that are available, you want a study plan, then I'm the person that provides this information, and I'll give you my my details in case you wanted to ask me any questions or you have any last minute questions and clarifications. And then, of course, the unit conveners that can provide you with advice on unit-specific requirements. So if you have any questions on assessment or the syllabus of the unit, then these are the people that can provide some assistance. As international students, we have the International Student Support Services that are also dedicated to international students, visa issues, load allocation, and many other questions. There are medical and counseling services on campus, a dedicated careers office that I'm told provides workshops on how to get a job, how to develop a really attractive CV, how to design selection criteria, and how to do a job interview strategically and carefully. We also can pair you with student mentors, especially if you are new to the university and you want assistance in finding your self and you're finding different places around. The other important part that a lot of students are interested in, and Chingru might talk about, are the different services that we offer to assist with your academic study. Whether you are an experienced teacher, an experienced student that knows a lot about academic writing or academic reading, the university provides a range of services. So there are online videos on the genre that is expected for different assessment types. Researching and note-taking skills for units that extend your research skills, writing and language skills, academic integrity, and study skill services. There are opportunities to have one-to-one consultations with advisors that can provide feedback on your assessment. So as you see, there's quite a variety of services that aim to help students succeed in your studies. Moving on, I don't have more to tell you except admission requirements, and also show you some pictures perhaps of our students here and of our staff. The admission requirements for the Master of TESOL is an undergraduate degree or equivalent, okay? No teaching experience is required, and an IELTS or equivalent qualification of 6.5 overall score with no minimum under 6 for each of the skills. I have some websites that I have put here, but I'm sure that you know where to find this information, and the consultants can also help you with identifying appropriate websites. We have semester 1 and semester 2 intakes, and as Amy pointed out, semester 2 intake is in August, so feel free to put in an application if you want to be considered for semester 2. All right, how do we look like? I know this is quite a prom photo, and I'm sure you can find this information online. But these are some of the staff that have been at the university for quite a while. As I said, I started working at UC in 2004, and my colleagues of similar duration. This is just to let you know that we're quite friendly, so feel free to reach out to us. The last photo is of my cohort in semester 1, 2022, consisting of people from China, Pakistan, Indonesia, Vietnam, Iraq. So you can see quite friendly faces, and a picture of the UC campus. So thank you very much, everyone. I hope we do have an opportunity to get to meet you in person, and I'll see what questions we have before I move on to my colleagues. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me, and these are my details. You can contact the Faculty of Education directly or contact me via email at any time. Thank you, and I look forward to answering your questions and getting to know you better. Amy, over to you, I think.
Thank you so much, Eleni. I think that was a really informative presentation. Everyone, please just put your question in the Q&A box. I really encourage you to ask questions about the programs direct to Eleni, because it's a rare opportunity to have Eleni here with us today. So make sure you ask her a lot of questions. I think she'll be happy to answer. All right, now let's move to our current UC students. So we have 2 UC students here today. We have Onik and we have Tingru. Hi guys, do you mind turning on your microphone? And can I please ask you guys to briefly introduce yourself to everyone here today? Okay, Bonik, do you want to start first?
Yes, I don't mind. Yeah, thank you, Amy, and thank you, Dr. Petraki, for giving me the opportunity to share some of my experience of being a former MR TESOL student at UC. I graduated in 2009. I studied in the beginning of 2008, and I graduated at the end of 2009. At the moment, I'm undertaking my PhD in TESOL. I'm at the final year, so I'm hoping to submit my thesis by early November. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And Dr. Petraki is my primary supervisor, and I'm so grateful to, to be back to UC to undertake my PhD and meet some of my lecturer when I did my master's. So yeah, I'm from Indonesia. Yeah, so selamat siang untuk semua yang ada di Jakarta. Senang bisa berbagi di webinar ini. Thank you everyone, and over to you, Amy.
Perfect. Thank you, Bonik. So everyone, if you guys feel shy speaking in English somehow, you can ask Bonik question in bahasa as well. You are welcome to do so. Okay, Qingru, you ready? Can you briefly introduce yourself, please?
Thank you, Annie and Amy. Hi everyone, I'm Qingru, and I just finished my third semester of Master of TESOL. So I will graduate in next semester. And I come from China. And yeah, Canberra is my favorite city in Australia, so yeah, that's why I choose here. And you see, yeah, we have a lot of career option and high income rates in Canberra. So yeah, so we really like this place, and we hope you can come with us to join with us to study with us. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, actually Canberra is also my favorite city in Australia, and I already lived in Melbourne and Sydney before, so yeah, that's also my opinion on Canberra. Okay, Qingru, I do have a question for you. Can you share with everyone why did you choose this Master of TESOL course at the University of Canberra? What attracted you to this course at the first place?
So firstly, if you choose Master of TESOL, you will get more career options. So we have great flexibility to get a TESOL certificate. So you can choose 2-year master study, or just 1-year diploma, or just even 1 semester. You can get the certificate and to have the opportunity to teach English to migrants or refugee. So Australia, we know Australia have a huge number of migrants. So and we can also teach international students who will come to Canberra or doing the academic English course in Canberra, or some adults who want to live or work in Canberra. So and that means and you can also teach your native language at your community language school in Canberra, or you can also teach English in your own country or in other countries. Yeah, and we also have like small groups students in each class. So our teacher like Eleni or Deborah or other teachers will take care about each student, and we can take a turn to express our opinions in class. And even we have quite classmates, they also have the opportunity to speak. Thank you.
That's actually really great. And also, can you tell us if you have done any professional teaching experience during the Master of TESOL course?
Yeah, like Eleni said, we have 2 placements into practical units. So in each placement, we have 3 parts in each professional experience. So first one is observation, and second is tutoring, and third is micro-teaching. So you can choose the teaching institution you want to join for observation and tutoring. And for the first semester unit, I think it's Deborah unit, is more flexible. We can choose what we want to teach to the students. And in the micro teaching section, we can even like teach our native language. So like me, I taught Mandarin in my in my semester to our colleagues. And second unit is each student have a mentor teacher. So during the tutoring period, your mentor teacher will assess and support your work. So it's very important. And you can also know how to give and give feedback to your colleagues or your students. And it's also a very important part for our teaching. Yeah, thank you.
That's amazing. I actually want to learn Mandarin as well. I might contact you after this webinar. Yeah. Okay. So can you also tell us, because at UC we have a lot of like support services, including the career support services. Have you ever experienced those services at UC? Can you just share your opinions for us?
Yeah. So if you just come to a UC website, you can see a lot of career choice there. So there's still UC career workshop and events on campus or even online. So they will tell you how to make a resume, and they can teach you the interview skills, ask questions, and hear about the recent industry advice. So and we also can have a lot of career email from the university. So they will also offer us the opportunity to become a volunteer teacher if we wish. So in different institutions like AMAP, or teach your country's students like at UC College or other things. Yeah, and we also have the student center, like Eleni said. We if you have some problem about your enrollment or study plan or other like COE requests, you can ask the student center staff. And the Faculty of Education will also be there every Monday and Tuesday to give you some advice. And we, we have a library, and each student can collect books, read books there, and you can chat with your friends because we have many spaces. And you can also book a study room to do meeting with your friends. And then we have it's called Studiosity, right? So you can get feedback, grammatical things from famous university professor, like in Cambridge, like from University of Cambridge or other famous universities, in 24 hours to improve your academic essays or other like presentations. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Chinru. That's a lot of good insights. Yeah, I agree with you. What you see, there's so many support services, including academic and also like other like social support. So everyone, if you have questions for Chinru, just type in the Q&A, and later on we can just read out loud your questions, and you guys can even like communicate more with Chinru later. Now I do have a few more questions for Nick. Okay, so you are a PhD student and you have already done the Master of TESOL and Foreign Language Teaching before. Can you just share with us how has your experience as a Master of TESOL student prepared you in pursuing the PhD program? Because I know a lot of Indonesian students, they really want to pursue a PhD program in the future.
Yes, of course, I'd like to share this experience with all of the prospective students back in Indonesia. Yes, I think as Eleni has explained that Master of TESOL at UC has a good balance of theory and practice. So when I did my master back in 2008, I was really glad that I choose UC as my destination to continue my TESOL. So yes, as Kinwa has explained that, you know, the theory of applied linguistic and effective teaching, teaching methodology, what else, discourse analysis, and those type of courses that I obtained from my MA and TESOL has provided me with a good understanding and strong knowledge of what it is to be an effective English teacher. So I think all of the coursework and the units related to applied linguistics and TESOL all are very good. So they really changed me, you know, when I went back to Indonesia to continue my career as an English teacher. I really learned a lot about, as Eleni said, that the approach of, you know, teaching English, learner-centered approach, which is the strong basic, the strong foundation at TESOL really changed my perspective on how to be an effective English teacher. So most importantly is the strong component of research skills offering TESOL. So when I did my master, I was able to get an opportunity to develop my research knowledge and skill by doing a mini research project. So at the time you have the opportunity to, you know, to develop your research skill by conducting a mini research of any topic of your interest. So I did choose learner autonomy at the time as my mini project, and this has provided me, gave me a strong foundation that now I'm focusing on looking at learner autonomy in, you know, in a wider in a wider perspective. So I think this is really good. I'm glad that this all the opportunity, the knowledge, and the experience that I gained when I did my master has led me to pursue my PhD at this point. So it's really good. So I need to emphasize that not only the coursework that provided me the strong knowledge of how to be an effective English teacher, but also the strong component of research skill that has led me to be able to pursue my PhD at this point.
Thank you, Bonik. I also have another question. So I guess you have been here in Canberra for a while because you have done the master degree and now the PhD program. What do you think about the community in Canberra? And like, have you found like a community like with lots of like Indonesian students like around you, surrounding you in Canberra?
Yes, as I said, Amy, Lenny and King said before, it's a diverse community like in Canberra, so you get an opportunity. So when you attend a course at the University of Canberra, particularly at TESOL, you have the opportunity to mix with a lot of people from around the world. So not only from Indonesia, but from other Asian countries. And also you have some local students, which is really a good mix of international and local student at the TESOL program. So you can, you know, you can learn, you have the ability to teach Indonesia as a foreign language in Australia, which I did when I did my Master of TESOL. I had the opportunity to teach Indonesian to my colleague. And also I had the opportunity to observe foreign language teaching in some Australian schools. So this is really good. What is a mix of people, mix of, you know, culture. And I think as an English teacher, you need this kind of cultural understanding, strong cultural understanding. So when you teach English, you also have, you know, you will teach the culture as well. So when you learn English, you learn English in Indonesia, you don't have that, what is it, that you know about the culture, but you don't experience it. So I think to be able to experience living in a different diverse culture in Australia, and, you know, being a student, international student, and being able to meet other international students, that is really beneficial for you. Yeah.
Thank you, Bonik. Thank you, Bonik and Chinru, both of you. I think you guys have given us really great insights and experience. I hope this webinar would be really helpful for the prospective students who are planning to study the Master of TESOL and probably also want to pursue like a PhD in the future. Now let's move to Q&A session because I know that we have limited time today. I can see that you guys have already answered so many questions from students, but what I want to do actually, I want to read out loud a few questions because I think there are some really good questions. And if you guys don't mind, Eleni and also Chinru and Bonik, you guys can just repeat your answer a little bit so everyone can can just hear it. I think I will start with this question from Anastasia. I think Eleni already answered this, but if you can just repeat the response, that'd be great. So Anastasia asks, if I have already held a bachelor degree in English literature and I have been working as an English teacher and tutor in Jakarta, can I still apply for the Master of TESOL, or do I have to apply from the bachelor degree again?
No, I think the application process is very simple, I think, and you of course qualify to apply for the Master of TESOL because you have the bachelor's degree. Remember, the admission requirements are the bachelor's degree, a bachelor's degree in any field, and the English language requirement, whether IELTS or any other English language requirement.
Great, thank you, Eleni. I think I saw another question about the difference between the master by coursework and master by research. I think that's another great question as well. Can you just reiterate your response again?
Yes, so the masters that I've just talked about is a coursework masters that gives you a broad understanding and a really strong research overview and skills in language teaching and in the field of foreign language teaching specifically. From there, or from once you get this insights into the field, you can then decide on a specific direction to undertake your PhD in. The Masters by Research is if you already have a strong background in English language teaching and you have a mastery of the field that you want to study and you want to do research and you have developed a research proposal already, then you can pursue a master's by research. But if you don't have a research proposal and you don't know much about the field, then obviously you're not ready to do a master's by research.
Yeah, thank you, Eleni. Yes, thanks a lot. I think there's a question. How many students in the master program? Qingru actually answered this. I think Qingru, do you want to just kind of like repeat that again, just in case our students haven't got that before?
Yeah, so we have so for my class is around like 10 students. So it's a very like a small class. So you can like a free talk with your friends, with your colleagues and your teacher. So it's like it's not like a formal class like every week, but we just share our opinions and experience. So we more like become friends. So you can see like we like a family. We also aid friends on WhatsApp, using WhatsApp or other apps to discuss about our like life or other things. So it's very it's very great great environment for us to study here.
I think may I also add that it depends on the unit that you are doing. Right. Some units may have 20, some 30, but the most important thing is that tutorials don't go over 30 students. So that allows for learner-centered and very personalized learning approaches. So we get to know who you are for sure, and we get to meet you really closely, and you know, you're not someone very distant. Sorry, it's the difference.
Yeah. Thanks, Eleni. Yeah, I think that's one of the really great thing about the UC community. We are like a close-knit community where we know who you are. We try to support you as much as we can. Bonnie, can you? Yeah.
Sorry, I think there's one question here that I think might be useful.
Yeah.
And Chingaru may answer. Is it possible to get part-time work when I'm doing my study? If yes, do I need to get specific visa? And how many hours are you allowed to study with the visa? Sorry, I think this was useful and that I want.
Yeah, thank you, Eleni. So I know some maybe most of you will hold student visa. So Australia government has just have a new rules about students visa. So like for previous years, student only can work for maximum 20 20 hours per week, but now you can find a job, like do whatever you want, like 20, 30, 40 hours per week. Yeah, that's all can work. And yeah, like most of us, when we do Master of TESOL, we will also find another job to support our life. Yeah, so you can do what you want. Thank you.
Thank you, Tinru. That's correct. So in the past, students were only allowed to work like part-time, like which is like 40 hours per fortnight. I think Victor from AECC answered this. But yeah, as Tinru mentioned, due to the COVID, the impact of COVID, the government actually allowed the student to work longer than that at the moment. So I think that could be a great thing. But please make sure you can manage your time so you have enough time to focus on your study. That is the most important thing when you come to Australia. All right, thank you, Tinru, for answering that. Yeah, I was planning to ask Bonik something. Bonik, because you applied for PhD as well, and I received a lot of this question in the past. Do you have any tips on, maybe preparing like a research proposal, and also any tips on finding supervisor? I know Eleni is your supervisor. You probably already knew her before, but if any tips would really work. Yeah.
Oh, okay, Amy, thank you. I think first of all, you'd like to make sure like what type of topic you would like to pursue in your PhD. So that's really important, and that you have a good understanding of the topic. And the second one, I think to find a supervisor is not easy. Just like Eleni, they're all very busy. Not only Eleni, other academic staff, they're all very busy. So you need to make sure that you send them a proposal. You tell them what do you want to do. Like, I always use this tip for other prospective PhD students, that because they receive email, maybe hundreds of emails every day. So your email might not be so appealing to them. So make sure that on the title of the email, you said that prospective PhD student. So when you look for the supervisor, you need to look at their website to find out their research interests, to ensure that your research interest is in line with theirs. So so you read some of their work, some of their articles, and this can be a good knowledge for them. So when you develop the communication with them, you send the email to them about your intention to pursue your PhD. You can say that I've read this article written by you about this and this, and I'm really interested in this topic. So yeah, I think that's the most important thing. And the other thing
may I add something, Bonik, that
yes, please.
For students who we see during our course, and we know the work and their commitment, obviously get priority in supervision for those that we don't know, and we don't know their background and their working habits. And so this has been one of the decisions for me, or one of the criteria for deciding, well, I know Bonik, she's very hardworking, she's very good, she's very competent, she had great grades in her master's degree. So that was another incentive, another reason why I said yes. Otherwise, it is a competitive process. Sorry, that's all I wanted to say.
Yes,
thanks, Bonik.
So, I also would like to point that out, that because I graduated back in 2009, so it's very, when I applied for my PhD, it was in 2017. So that's what is it? It's quite a while. So because I know, because the academic staff in TESOL is friendly and approachable. So yeah, I think the network and the relationship that I have developed when I did my master, and because Eleni believed in me that I could actually pursue my PhD, that's why she said yes to me. So yeah, I think if you have that intention when you are planning to do your master, make sure that you do good in your master at TESOL. So yeah,
thank you so
much. Eleni is very busy. Other staff are very busy. So yeah.
yes. That was lovely.
Yeah.
Bonik, I won't be busy because you're finishing now, right? Aren't you
Yes,
finishing
yes.
in 3 months?
Yeah, so yeah.
So Eleni is free now, yeah? She has some time.
Yeah, so that's why I need to finish, so she can help other student.
Okay, thank you so much, Bonek, for the lovely story. I think we have a last question. Does UC have, I'm sorry, does UC have online class? Eleni, do you mind just share a little bit about the any online components that is included in the Master of TESOL?
Yeah, I was trying to answer this, but multitasking is not very easy. Tried to listen to Bonek answer the questions. But anyway, very good question. Thank you for asking. Currently, we do have online units, yes. So it depends whether you want to study while you're in Canberra or from Indonesia. I believe that if you are an on-campus student, you need to do the units face-to-face, that is on campus as an international student. You are allowed to do, I think, 25% per semester. So you are allowed to do 1 unit online per semester. The units in your first and second semester can be done online, absolutely. But later on, because we haven't, let's say, designed all units to be online. The first 8 units of the master's course are also available online. But if you're in Canberra, you can only do 2 of these 8 courses online. If you wanted to study from Indonesia, you can do the grad dip online, which is a completely online course, but not the master's currently.
Yeah, thank you, Eleni. Yeah, for any student who wants to do the master degree, I recommend you guys to come to Australia, come to Canberra and study face-to-face, because we won't be able to offer the course online if you are based in Indonesia. All right, I think we have tried to answer all of the questions. Ladi, maybe I'll just give back the stage to you.
Yes, I do have one question before we go. If I can ask Bonek, hold on. Sorry, just before we leave, just before we end the session, is it possible to ask Bonek where, Canberra is a state that doesn't recognize funding for the PhD students kit. Is it still like that? I mean, if you are doing PhD and you bring your family with you, your kids, the government doesn't support the funding for the kids' schooling. In the past,
No.
that's how. Okay.
No.
No. So if they are under 17 years old before they go to college, they get the opportunity to go to schools, so they don't have to pay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It used to be the case about 10 years ago, and not anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm very outdated. Thank you so much, then. Thank you so much, Dr. Eleni. Thanks, Amy. Thanks, Bonek and Kingru. It brings back the memory when I was younger and when I was in University of Canberra. Very interested to for those who wants to teach foreign language in Indonesia, or in fact many other careers that you can build here in Indonesia. Jadi teman-teman, bagi kalian yang masih punya banyak pertanyaan dan ingin tahu lebih lanjut mengenai belajar Master of TESOL di University of Canberra, juga mengenai tuition fee-nya, mengenai benefit-nya, scholarship-nya, mengenai post-study work visa-nya, saya ingin mengundang Anda untuk bertemu dengan Amy, wakil dari University of Canberra melalui Zoom di hari Sabtu, tanggal 18 Juni dari jam 1 sampai jam 4 sore. Jangan lupa tentunya buat appointment terlebih dahulu. Anda bisa menghubungi counselor Anda atau bisa daftar melalui website kami tentunya. Alright. Thank you so much, University of Canberra team. It was a very good insight for all of us. And teman-teman AECC Global, terima kasih sudah hadir bersama dengan AECC Global di sore hari ini. Have a great Saturday.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Have a great weekend. Bye, everyone.
Terima kasih. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
That's the thing about life. It can be unpredictable, but your dreams need not be. How far would you go to make your dreams come true? How close are you to reaching those goals set by you? While others focus on a new normal, you focus on a new beginning. Look around for what inspires you. Build your narrative. After all, it's your story to tell. Take a chance. Take a leap. Begin your study abroad journey with us.
Looking for the right course for you? Welcome to AECC Global's Course Search, your one-stop platform for all your international education needs. Browse through millions of free, valuable study abroad resources to pursue your international study dream. To begin your search, type in your preferred course in the search bar. Filter by sub-course category, level of study, destination preference, tuition fees, duration and post-study work visa. With a destination drop-down, you can search for the preferred destinations of your choice. You can also filter down courses by top-ranked universities in your preferred destination and their rankings. Browse through various career choices, and you can also browse through free student resources like articles on tips to study abroad, the latest news, etc. We are here to support you with every step of your study abroad journey. To explore your course options, visit search.aeccglobal.com.